Well, season 4 of The Boys has finally aired its last episode, bringing season 4 to an end on Prime Video. And yeah, it's probably going to be another 2.5 years before we get season 5. But today I thought I would dive into it a bit more, talk about my thoughts on it, and yeah, because this season we got new 7 members, just like we did with the previous seasons. Every season we get new members of the 7. Like the season 1 we had Starlight, and then season 2 we had Stormfront. Season 3 we had Supersonic, and I think that's it. But this season we have 2 new members of the 7, Firecracker and Sage. So yeah, we got a whole new lot of characters, whole new things to talk about. So let's go ahead and dive into season 4 of The Boys. Alrighty, well, I'm not really basing this off of, information or anything like that. I'm kind of just basing this off the dome. So overall, like I said, the season was kind of meh. There were a few good episodes here and there, like episode 4 was pretty good. I thought the finale was pretty good. And first episode was pretty good as well. But everything else was just kind of meh. Oh, wait, actually, episode 7 was pretty good as well. So that's episode 1, 4, 7, 8. And I think I did enjoy episode 5 for the most part. So yeah, that's like 5 out of 3 episodes. The other 3, I think it was episode 6, and then it was episode 3 and 2, which I don't really remember too much of, if I'm being honest here. Those episodes were kind of just meh, especially episode 6. That episode is kind of really weird because it was the whole like Tech Night party thing, and that was way too weird, if I'm being honest here. Even weirder than season 3 episode 6. Like season 3 episode 6 was kind of weird, but it was kind of not really weird at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of just like, this is happening, I guess. But season 4 episode 6, that was just a whole thing that Huey had to go through. This poor Huey, man. He's probably been traumatized for the rest of his life. And also he had to kill his dad in this season. Like, that was just sad. And yeah, then his mom comes back, and then his mom disappears for the rest of the season. We don't see her again after that, so who knows if she's going to be in season 5. But yeah, his mom comes back, and then he has to kill his dad, and it's like a whole thing, and it's so sad. And then episode 6 right after that is just him going through all this weird shit. And so yeah, it was just overall, it was a weird season, just like every other season, I guess, but it felt very different. I don't know why, because like season 1, 2, and 3, they all kind of felt similar in a way. Maybe it's because they still had all the characters and everything, like Maeve, A-Train, Homelander, Deep, Noir. Like, they were still like the 7 for the most part, while introducing some new characters here and there, like Supersonic, Stormfront, and Translucent, who died in the first episode, so it was like a whatever. But yeah, season 4 just felt super different compared to the other 3 seasons for some reason. So who knows what season 5 is going to be like. But overall, I did think it was a pretty good season. Not as good as the previous season, because I think season 3 is probably my favorite season out of all 4 of the seasons that we've gotten. I don't really remember season 1 as much. Maybe it's because I didn't, or maybe it's because it's been like since April since I watched that season. But yeah, because ever since April, I started watching like season 1, season 2, and season 3 to kind of catch up for season 4. And then yeah, season 4 came out, and I watched it all, and for the most part, it was all right. It wasn't a bad season. But like I said, episode 6 was kind of strange, and episode 4 was also kind of strange, but not really in the same way as episode 6 was. But both episodes are kind of strange. But yeah, I think my favorite episode of season 4, probably the finale. Maybe, if I'm being honest here. Although maybe it was the first episode. Like I said, I don't really remember too much of what happens in the first, or the second and third. I don't really remember too much what happens in the episodes. But yeah, I would think my favorite episode, maybe like 5, or yeah, the whole stuff with like Huey and his dad and stuff like that. That was probably, I would say, episode 5 maybe, probably my favorite. Or episode 7 was pretty good. The fight with the Deep and Black Noir and Butcher and Starlight, obviously, and I guess wasn't technically there all that long. He just used the minigun of Black Noir. But yeah, overall, I think it was a pretty good season. If I had to rate it, I would give it probably like a 6, maybe. I think 6 is probably a good a good number for the season. Season 3, I think, would probably give it like an 8 or something. Like that season was a pretty good season, in my opinion. You know, the whole stuff with Soldier Boy, Homelander, all that jazz. That was a pretty good season. But yeah, season 4 is just not as good as season 3, in my opinion. But New Black Noir was funny as hell. He was probably like the funniest character. Black Noir has always been a funny character, in my opinion. But the fact that he was able to talk now because he was a different person, even though it was the same actor, just without the makeup and all that on, but it was supposed to be a different person in the universe, or it is a different person in the universe, and it was pretty funny. You know, I did enjoy it. I was laughing every time, you know, Black Noir would talk and all that, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're not supposed to talk," and he was like, "Oh, yeah." Maeve wasn't in this season at all or anything. I was expecting her to probably show up around at some point during the season, but I guess probably because she lost her powers, so she doesn't really have a reason to be there, I guess. I don't know if she'll be in season 5 or not, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. And I don't really have anything else to mention for this video. So yeah, like I said, overall, it was a pretty okay season. Not as good as season 3 or the previous seasons, but not as bad as people are claiming it is, because some people are saying that it was a terrible season and this and that, but it was all right. You know, wasn't anything too major. Ryan, on the other hand, has got to stop messing things up. Because basically, ever since season 2, he has always been the cause of things going wrong. In season 2, he killed Becca, even though that was not intentional, but he still technically did it. And although I guess that wasn't really anything bad, nothing really bad came out of that, so yeah. But season 3, 100% was on him. That was his fault. If he wasn't there, maybe they would have been able to kill Homelander. Who knows? Because, yeah, Soldier Boy was going to blow the whole place up. But Ryan was there and he was like, "Oh, no, don't kill my dad." Ain't no one cares, okay? Just, yeah. Season 3, 100% Ryan's fault for being there and screwing everything up. And season 4, not really everything was his fault, but some of the things definitely were. Like the fact that he killed Grace, even though that was technically Grace's own fault, because she kept trying to like lock Ryan in the room with Butcher and all that. So if she had just let him leave, she would still be alive. So, you know, technically that is on her and not 100% Ryan's fault. But he still did it, and it still led to Butcher killing Newman, obviously, Victoria Newman. And then that led to a whole shit show in the last like 15 or so minutes of the episode. So yeah, technically that was Ryan's fault if you want to argue about that, because you know Ryan killing Grace led to Butcher killing Newman, which led to everything going to shit in the last 5 minutes. So yeah, technically that's on you, Ryan. But yeah, overall, pretty okay season. Nothing too great. Looking forward to season 5, even though it's probably not going to come out until like 2026, because you know they're going to film this last season in November, I think, is when it's going to start. And then it's going to go from November probably till May, maybe, or June, somewhere around there. That's probably going to take like a year or so to do visual effects. So it'll probably come out around in June or July of 2026. So that's kind of unfortunate that we got to wait that long, but it is what it is, I guess, at the end of the day. And I guess I'm going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully, in the last season, they do manage to take down Homelander, because, you know, they failed 4 whole times now. 4 whole times they have failed to kill this man. Because, you know, in season 1, it was him and Butcher in the house, and, you know, Butcher tried to blow up the house. Didn't work because he's invincible. Season 2, they were going to get Ryan to kill Homelander, but then, you know, Ryan didn't end up killing Homelander because he was only, like, 8 at the time, or 6 or whatever. Like, he was a young guy. Yeah, season 3, they probably could have had him, like I said, if Ryan wasn't there. And, yeah, season 4, they didn't really get anywhere close to killing Homelander, so hopefully in the last season they can do that, and hopefully Butcher won't turn into this complete maniac, even though he kind of already is going down that path because of Ryan killing Grace. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything works out in the end, even though it's the boys' universe, and things don't work out in the end. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. And we're only 94 subscribers away from 600, so if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. And those round lights that I mentioned in my last video that I got, they don't really light up the room as much as I would hope for, because I got these like miniature round lights that were like around like this so long, and I tried to, you know, test them out, and they were okay, but they weren't like super bright. So I ordered a new light that's like a square light, and it seems like it's brighter than those ones, and it was only like $28. So hopefully it'll light up the room and I can start using these lights here. Oh, wait, hang on. These lights here that I got, hopefully I can start using them. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.